What's up, everybody, and welcome in to another edition of the Sit Down. As always, if you enjoy this live video, please make sure you hit that like button and let me know what you think of today's discussion in the comment section below. If you're new around here, you just haven't done it yet, or you're living on a rock and seeing this video for the first time, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button below now so you never miss another sit down video. Also, it is springtime and the summer will be here soon before we know it as well. Make sure you check out our signature sit down cigar available now from Pravada Cigar Club. The link to buy is in the description of this video. Welcome in another live from me. I've been cranking out a lot of content recently, and tonight we've got another interesting show for you. We've had a lot of news recently in the mob world here on YouTube. Everything from my run-ins with Sammy Gravano to John Gotti Jr. and Joey Merlino. Obviously, Joey discussing the stuff about Junior recently. Lots been going on. And last time we had Gene Borrello on, it was an interesting show. People really enjoyed Gene on here. We had like 1,300 people in here live. So I figured, let's see what Gene's up to. Have him back on. It's not often we get enough time to ask Gene questions. A lot of people always enjoy when Gene's on. There's always people that want to, get it in and have an argument with Gene. We saw that last time we were on. Just trying to keep the wheels of content turning. And I promise you this, I won't be on here tomorrow night. I'm not going to be on here Friday night. I'll be back Saturday with another new show. So make sure you join us. Already 242 people in here, and we're not even 2 minutes in. So welcome in as always. If you have questions for Gene, drop them in the chat. I got a couple of things that I want to ask him first, and then we will get down to business here. So everybody be well behaved in the chat. Zoe D'Angelo, by the way, Zoe, we all thought you were fake last night. You never ended up friending me on Insta. I guess we found out who you were. But hey, if you are real, welcome in. Thank you so much, Elroy. Appreciate that. All right, let's do this. Let's have some fun. Gene, what's up?
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. What you up to?
What are you up to tonight? You're looking a little devious.
No, just looking for some trouble.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask you. A lot of people saw you recently with Adam 22 and with Trap Lord Ross. What do you got going on there? Are you going to be the first person on Adam 22 from the mob community?
Yes, I will be. He wants me on. We're negotiating it now. I'll be the first mob guy to ever be on that show. Also, I did some with Trap LaRosse. He was doing a documentary on organized crime, and he wanted me to talk a little bit for it.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's a nice guy. He's very
Yes.
successful documentary guy and good guy. So yeah, you're moving around. You're doing a lot of media work. Yeah, your show that's coming out.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you. Recently, Sammy Gravano had a lot of things to say about me. You went down there and saw Sammy. Is Sammy still dangerous, you think?
Jack, listen. All right, be careful. He's gonna bust your fucking hole. All right.
Yeah, he's gonna make me suck his own dick.
I get such a kick out of him. I'm sorry. He's old, but he's funny. He reminds me of Vinny. That's how Vinny and Shara used to talk. I'll break your fucking hole. He's like 80. Listen, I don't think he's gonna do anything, man.
The big question is, if we had a fight, who would win?
I mean, I would hope you would win. He's 80 years old, bro. I mean, 40 years ago, you'd have a problem. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
Sammy,
yeah.
a 40-year-old Sammy's hurting you bad.
Oh, you would have killed me back then.
Yeah, but he was really good with his hands from what I heard too.
Let me ask you though, seriously, because this is a more of a fair fight. Let's say, like, when Lee goes down there, Lee gets out of the car and says, "Hey, Sammy, what's up, dude? Let's get in the ring."
I think Sammy will beat Lee up.
You think Sammy would have beat Lee up?
Yeah, I think so.
If you have any questions for Gene, please drop them in the chat. Al Gotti says, "When does Junior's nephew get out?" Junior's nephew's been out. He's been out
in the halfway house.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. He was released I remember doing a TikTok on that like last summer. I would say I think he's even out fully by this point.
Yeah, he's been out.
All right, over 400 people in here. Shout out to you. Everybody loves when Gene comes on. So, all right. So Gene, recently Joey Merlino put out something that we already all knew.
I mean,
not really sure why now this is like a confirmed thing now that Joey Merlino says it.
And I'm going to be honest, and I'll tell you why it's confirmed. So at the end of the day, Joey Merlino, I might say Joey Merlino's a rat, but he's not a rat. At the end of the day, he's not a rat, but he's doing things that against mafia code, but he's not a John Jr. He's nothing of that sort. Joey Merlino never, ever sat with the government. So at the end of the day, for him saying it, because people still believe that he's active, which I don't know if he is or not, but I'm saying people still say that he's still the man in Philly, which I can't stand him personally, but I'm just being honest. I always tell her how it is. For him to say that, it really just kills John Jr.'s whole credibility, because that's a guy. If Joey Merlino had respect for you, he would never, ever do that on fucking the internet.
When Joey Merlino has the ability to, not, again, I'm not in the street, you're not in the street anymore. He has the ability to say, like, if John Jr. wasn't a rat, he would say, no, he ain't a rat.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get to. If John Jr. was not a rat, he would never do that, Joey Merlino. And on top of it, I knew John Jr.'s lawyer. So did Johnny Light, and Joey Merlino used the same lawyer. He passed away, Mike. This guy was a great guy. He died young from something with his heart. He told us personally, that's on my dead family, that he just couldn't come out and say it, that John Jr. did proffers. He wasn't allowed to do it because he'd lose his job. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he told us personally that he sat with the government. You know what I mean?
And this has been a thought for years. Angel thinks that I hate her, and, like, I have this, like, thing that I'm trying to, like, out her and her family. And listen, all I try to ever do in this channel is tell the truth. And the truth is, if you sit down with the government and you read statements and you give names, it completely violates omerta, right? Which
it's a cooperate. It's the same thing. You're trying to make a deal. You're cooperating. You signed an agreement. You're getting coverage on your crimes. That's a cooperator, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I've often said too, I mean, how the fuck would the FBI have approved a meeting between John Sr. and John Jr.? I will say, and I will say this to the day, I have no proof of this. I think John Jr. was talking before that 2005 meeting.
Oh, everyone says that. It's almost a known fact that that's what they believe. They believe he's been talking, right? And that's why when Johnny Light always said it, they're like, no way, no way. Now that Joey Merlino came out and said he's no good, now everybody's like, oh yeah, Johnny Light was always right. He's always right. No, we've been telling you this. We're not lying. We're from Howard Beach, bro. I knew when he was no good what the bosses and the captains used to call him. They used to say he's no good. He's shelved. Only reason why they didn't kill him is because his father. That's what was said always. That's what was always said.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You also used to pal around with the nephew.
Loved him. That was my little guy. Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me, I interviewed you one time, and you said to me, the kid used to always say, oh, I'm a Gotti. And you said, like, why are you fucking saying that to me?
Stop saying that. Ronnie used to tell him he better not do that Gotti shit, because I was trying to bring him around with us because nobody wanted him with the Gambinos. That name was tarnished. And I had told him, yo, don't throw around your uncle's name. That's not a good name no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say that like a John Jr. Like, Ronnie and them don't want to hear that. Like, they don't respect him no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let me ask you, I was always curious about this. I wanted to always bring this up to you. So when you cooperated, okay,
right,
what were you were facing how long?
My cop out was 37 years.
Okay. So you would have did like 30 years. And there are guys
34. Yeah, but if I blew trial, it would have been life. But that's what I could have copped out to, 37.
Right, you would have pled, right? Now, like Vito Guzzo pled out the 5 bodies and got 38 years. He's going to get out at some point, right?
Right, yeah.
So let's say you don't cooperate, you go down, you sit in prison, and you get out in, let's say, like 10 years from now.
Right.
Do you believe you would have been like a higher end person in the Bonato family by this point?
Absolutely. Listen, Ronnie already had me in his shadows. So Ronnie already was molding me to do everything with him, because people that really hung out in the area with us know what Ronnie was doing with me. Ronnie was basically molding me to like fill in for him when he's gone, because I was talking to him when he wasn't around. And wise guys used to get mad because they're like, yo, I'm not supposed to be talking with them. And Jackie and them, and when I go send messages to Jackie, Ronnie would say, oh, it's good, he could talk. And I would say things to him that I'm really not supposed to, because and then they would get mad saying, he's not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but then they started like forgetting about it. He made me sit down with somebody in Middle Village I wasn't supposed to over a building. And Vinny said, no, it's okay. Told the guy he could talk to you. So I was already getting molded in that way. And I believe by now I would have been whatever he was. I was just his right-hand man. Had me going with him wherever he went.
Yeah, I talked to a guy recently, and he told me that the Bonanno family in the 2000s made dozens of people that had no business being made.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine was just a time, Jeff. Mine was just a timeline. Ronnie wanted to be there when Vin wanted me done in 2012. He was in jail. Then when he came home, he needed me in the street because I was on federal probation. Otherwise, he couldn't hang out with me anymore. So mine, everything was always a timeline. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's just a title. I knew what they really thought of me, and so did everybody else that really knew me. So it doesn't matter what people say. I know, and the people around me knew the deal when I had every young kid trying to be under me. So I knew the deal.
I did a video on Jerry Asara recently. Do you think his dad resented him by the end?
So that relationship was crazy because he would badmouth his son to me. You know what I'm saying? But then they would be best friends. So that family, you got to know how they are. Ronnie Giolon, the Giolonzos and the Asaros were nuts. If you never get involved when they fight. I remember one time me and Ronnie were in the car and Vin cut him off the road and they were fist fighting in the middle of the street, bro. And then they were best friends the next day. Vinny's trying to drag him out the car. He's 70 years old. So this is what I'm saying. This is the relationship they had with each other, and then they'd be best friends again. So you can never listen to them. When they kill each other, they make up in 3 days.
So they were very volatile.
Yes, that's how they fought. They would fist fight, throw things at each other, and then they're best friends. And then if you get involved, you're no good. They'd be chasing you.
When you were in the streets, so like let's say early 2010s, what was the thought of the Gottis at that point?
They were no good.
Just Junior.
Yeah, no good. John Jr. was no good. He's been labeled a rat since it came out on Jerry Capisi's Gangland.
All right. I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
You might get me into some trouble here, Gene. I'm going to put out a theory I have.
Yeah.
I have a theory that one of the current family members is still involved with the life.
100%.
And I think you could probably guess who it is.
Absolutely. He is. Everyone knows that.
Like
he hates them. He sent the word years ago. He hated them. He said that was, listen, Jeff, that was years ago. He sent word to the street. He'll never talk to them again. That was years ago.
But here's why I think this. Just because he did a long time in prison. You don't just like go home and become like, a Walmart greeter.
You can't. What do you mean you can't?
Right.
You can't.
I don't know. It's just a theory, but
it's not even a theory. It's facts. I remember we were in the street. And when the show came out, he was going ballistic. Pacifically was going ballistic over it. I know for a fact.
The Gotti show, you mean?
Yes, he was going crazy. He said he's going to kill his niece. How about that? That's on everything I love. He said he was going to kill his niece.
Yeah, this guy's asked me this question like 50 times. So I'm just going to ask. Ask Gene about the Ridgewood Albanians. Duke and Chris were a wild bunch. By the way, Albanians always are 50 deep. Like they're
Duke, no. The guy he's talking about was one of the worst guys in Queens. Duke. I always talk about him. Notorious. Mm-hmm.
Isn't he on the run?
Yes, he's been on the run for fucking 13 years. He's crazy, dude, bro. Listen to me. This dude's fucking out of his mind, bro. He's like a Chris Cagnata times 5, bro.
Wow, really?
Yes, bro. One of them. He was completely out of his mind.
Who is better with their hands, John Jr. or Peter Gotti?
Or his brother Peter was the toughest one out of all of them, and I'll still say it to this day. He was actually he's the most vicious. He's the most vicious one. I watched this guy do the most fucked up things to people. I'm telling you, he was bad, bro. Bad.
But then he just decided to be a regular guy.
Well, I mean, he got older, the name got worn out, he just stopped, that's really what happened. But he was a fucking tyrant for many years. He put my friend's brother in a dog cage and locked him in there for 2 days, right? Yeah. Fucking in a dog kennel. Yeah.
He seemed like a real devil, that kid.
He was.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris Thomas. I appreciate that. Probably an unpopular opinion, but I like Gene. He reminds me of me growing up, just psycho. That's not impressed. Were you impressed by old timers? You had respect for them, didn't you?
I for certain, the ones that I knew that did work, like there was ones that like were clowns too, you know what I mean? But I respected the ones that I knew that was about that life,
So So you were facing. Did you ever think at any point, I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. It was every day. It was a different decision for me until it happened.
Do you regret doing it?
No, now I don't.
You
No, because
like it
it's
right
like
now?
there's nothing to stand. Listen, what am I standing up for? Do you see what's going on right now, bro? Guys ain't doing 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people too have said to me, they're like, why like we had your boy on, your pal, G Lock. A lot of people were saying like, why does G Lock hang with this guy? Like, wouldn't
Well,
that be something-
he's a gang member. They all say that they don't get involved with that mob stuff. That's like totally different. They only care about their own. That's usually with every organization. They only care
I've
about
also
their own.
even heard like mob guys, like as long as they don't rat on
That's
you,
right.
you don't really care.
Well, that's how it is in Italy, supposedly. Like as long as the Italian mafia don't tell on each other, they don't care about who else they tell on. Which American mafia is different. They don't
Well,
care if you tell on a kid stealing a piece of bubble gum. You know,
and
you
this
know
is
good.
the thing about the whole rat thing. Like I've said it before, every high level criminal, organized crime criminal, will tell on their ops to get them out of the way. It's a normal thing.
Absolutely, it's been
You
going
know?
on since the 30s.
Gene, do you think this girl's real right here?
I can't do.
Like, why would she be in this community? No offense, Zoe, but I mean, I mean,
I don't know.
she was in her last. She was in her last night, and we were a little.
You could tell. You could tell by her following. What's her following look like?
I can't find her. She didn't.
Well, if the Instagram has 80 followers, you know what it is.
Zoe D'Angelo is hot. She is. She's very attractive. We're just curious if she's real or not. Can you ask Gene about the guy named Robo from Howard Beach who snatched John Gotti's grandson's chain? Was he involved in the mafia? A street guy or just a random guy?
Right. I talked about that. I talked about that story. I was there at the nightclub. What happened was this was 2004. We were all out at a nightclub, and we were Frankie Albano, which is Angel's son. We all used to hang out together. And Frankie Albano got knocked out cold and his chain taken, but the picture of his grandfather was on it. So his uncle Peter, who I told you was the tyrant, found out that it was Robo, and Robo was a tough kid from that area. I think he was like from Whitestone or Bayside, one of them. And they found out where he lived, and Peter went to the house and got the chain back. That I could tell you.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Frankie got knocked out cold. He was snoring on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Robo, I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's just a kid that growing up, he was like a neighborhood. He was tough in his area.
Jeff, back again. These lives are going crazy. Yeah, we're having fun with these. Nunya Business says this guy's a mutt. Well, listen, Nunya, here's the link. Why don't you jump on?
Oh, we got another Crocodile Dundee. I hope not.
If you want to come on and talk to Gene for a few, there's the link.
Yeah, I'm a mutt. Come tell me I'm a mutt. What's up?
Lizak Poker says, how is Joey broke? First of all, they don't have 50,000 Patreon members.
That is not. He'd be making a fortune if he had that. Oh my God.
Where the fuck did you get those numbers from?
He's got 50,000 Patreons. He's living in Beverly Hills, bro.
Yeah, they don't have 50,000. My guess is they have, I don't know, 2,000.
Maybe 1,000. Me and Johnny had 600 at one point when we first started the Johnny and Gene show.
Yeah, they don't have 50,000. That's ridiculous. What's up, baby girl? How are you? Rash, show your face, please. See, I don't like dropping the link because I don't trust these motherfuckers. They're gonna show me the link or something.
Yeah, don't even. These guys are gonna be clowns. And
all right, go ahead, bro.
Hello, guys. Hiya. I'm from London, England.
Oh, welcome in, bro.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, very good. I've been following both of your channels for some time, and to be honest, you're actually growing in popularity. You wouldn't believe, seriously. Quite a lot of people know about Eugene as well.
Thank you.
Here, they've watched a lot of your YouTube stories, and I know a few friends of mine that have actually read. Did you get a book out or something? Or they've read.
Yes.
Yes. They've read your book and stuff. So I just wanted to say you guys do great content and stuff.
Thank you.
So I'll just ask one question and then I'll let you go. So, Gene, how do you obviously you're a changed person now, do you know what I mean? But how do you look at your past to move on? Because obviously you regret a lot of things, but how do you kind of justify to yourself what I done in the past was bad,
Right.
and how do you move on from that psychologically?
So funny. I was telling somebody that the other day. I try to do good things for people because I believe in heaven and hell, and I'm like, damn, am I going to hell? Like, I get nervous about that, and I think about all the shit I did in my prior life, and it was horrific stuff. And I try to do a lot of good things for people. I really do. As much as I talk a lot of crazy on the internet. I like to entertain people, but behind closed doors, on my DMs and things, I talk to everybody. I try to help anyone I can and do anything I could for anybody. I just feel like I just try to be a good person now to everyone I can.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's good because I know you and John A. Light talked about both of your past and how hard it is because obviously he's got PTSD and stuff, and then yeah,
Yeah.
so it's interesting because I've done a criminology at college, and yeah, and a lot of criminals sometimes they find it, or ex-criminals they find it hard to move from their past lives. You know what I mean? Because psychologically it's kind of difficult. But thanks for answering that anyway. So
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Thank you, Rash. Thank you for the love, my man.
Yes.
all right, have a good one, guys.
You too, man.
Gene, that's interesting. You actually worry about going to hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you think it's 50-50 for you?
Yeah. I think it's 75-25.
75, yes, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Fucks with
listen,
me.
if you repent, that's important.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, you have done a little bit of nonsense outside, but it's the course of growing up. Eventually
Right.
you grow up and you're fine. Ask Gene about Peter Pan. Well, listen, I mean, there's not a lot to say about him. You have to give him one thing, Gene. He's
Yeah.
standing on his head. I mean, he's doing what he's got to do. But
Listen to me.
you know this. Him going to jail, that's like going to college for him.
Yes. He's so happy that he went to jail. He wanted to go to jail. If you know his case, he literally got involved in someone's business that had nothing to do with him. He was dying to catch a RICO case. I swear to God, bro. I swear to you.
John Panisi made a funny statement about him. He said if he was next to a light pole and he found out the light pole was made, he'd try to talk to it.
Yes, but the thing is with John Panisi, he's probably the worst one on the internet, so I can't agree with anything
I
he
was
says.
hoping you wouldn't say nothing about John.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I'm sorry.
listen,
I'm so not a fan of him. He's such a liar about how he beats stuff. I can't even get involved, but whatever.
Shout out to you, Boss Hog, another person in England. So you're saying Tuccio is really in his element.
Yeah, he's loving this right now. I mean, literally, he that's all he wanted to be was that. You know what I mean? So he don't care what he has to do. If he, at one point I thought maybe he would, 10 years would scare him, but it didn't. And he wanted to be a gangster so bad. So he would have went down any family. I mean, how do you go from the 5 families to Philly? That's like going from like the Waldorf Astoria to like a fucking crumb bum hotel on the corner, like a motel, $40 a night.
Hey, William Brooklyn, you fucking drunk. How many chats have you been in tonight? Drunk as off your fucking. No, this guy is a homeless fucking bum drunk. He goes in every chat. He used to come in here and beg for money, and we tried to help him, but then we found he was a complete low life piece of shit motherfucker. Hey, William Brooklyn, go down yourself with some pepper and schnapps, you fucking. Go away. Do you have any life? I mean, no one likes you in this community. Why don't you just fuck off? The lawyer Jeff used when he sat with feds was Jeff Lickman, not anyone named Mike.
Yes, it was. He used a guy named Mike as well. They don't know.
He didn't have just one lawyer. No,
he didn't have. These people just listen. I hate when people just talk because they just read things. Guys, this is our world. He had a lawyer named Mike. He's a very good friend of Johnny Light's, and I met him multiple times. And he's also Joey Merlino's lawyer. Joey used him for a case as well. Very high-profile lawyer. He actually did Porky's case and Joe Camarato's trial, if you remember. He actually got Porky shelved. Remember? Right. When Porky got shelved from the Bananas, it's because of the guy Mike. Mike says, oh, my client wasn't the consigliere. He was a captain. And Mike, shelved him as soon as he said that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something, Gene. You see this photo in this guy's avatar?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that guy?
No.
Okay. He was a guy that used to hang out outside of the Bergen. I'm wondering if you ever seen him before.
No.
Okay.
A lot of these guys are pretends, though.
No, this guy was in like. You ever see that video where that clown takes balloons to the Bergen? You ever see that?
Oh my God, bro.
No, it's like a real clown. Someone like
Yeah.
Mad TV like sent them, and that guy answered the door. It was like some like little coffee.
Well, he
boy.
could. Well, yeah, he could have been a doorman or something like that. It doesn't mean he was.
Yeah. Hey, Gangland D, show your face, or you're not coming on. You don't have to show when you come on the air, but I need to know that you're. Yeah, bro, I can't have you on. I don't know if you're gonna. You look at. All right, let's see. All right. All right, what's up?
What's going on, Doug? Hey, Gene, I just want to ask you. First off, Jeff, I seen that short you posted about your father today, Doug. I'm sorry to you and your family.
Thank you, brother.
Condolences. That was fucked up, bro.
Thanks, man.
For you, Doug.
Really
but Gene, I was just wondering, what's up, Doug?
Hey, what's going on?
Do you got like a business email? Would you be willing to do like brand promos and shit like that? I'm trying to launch a small brand and shit. I fuck with your material. You're a funny fuck, bro.
Yeah, just DM me on my Instagram. Absolutely, I do it all the time.
All right, bet. What's your Instagram, bro?
My name, Gene Borrello.
All right, my dude. I appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Well, there you go, Gene. A fan of yours. Gene, you do have a pretty big profile on Instagram.
Yeah, my you know, like I says, and when I say this, people get mad, but you know, in this genre, only two got me, and that's told by them. Even Mike Francis and Sammy, that's the only ones that get more views than me, man. And it's like going up against A-list actors. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look what.
You definitely get. Listen, I'll say this right now, and I know you're a fan of Sammy, but you get more views than he does. I mean, we have way more views in here than he gets in his lives. That's just the truth.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I'm top watched. You know, I mean, my Google Analytics was crazy. I didn't know that they were that high. My name gets Googled like 20 to 30,000 times a month. I didn't know it was that much. But yeah, I'm pretty getting out there now. You know, my name's out there a lot. I get noticed everywhere I go. You know, a lot of people like me, bro. I get stopped a lot. Big pictures with me, and they love my content. They think I'm hysterical. So, you know, things definitely are not what everybody expected was going to be my outcome, you know?
Well, you know, we're in Brooklyn. It's interesting. We ask the same question about you on a regular basis. Why the fuck are you still here, motherfucker? Fuck off already. How many times do we got to say we don't want you here? Motherfucker. I want to bring this up. And this is actually something I wanted to talk about. And I don't think there's any I hear you, BT. I get it. I think the guy that had to wrestle with the fact that he went into the life. In the end, he wasn't his father. There's nothing wrong with that.
What's that? What's that say? I don't read what it says.
Junior chose his family over his father. He had to wrestle with that for many years. And listen, he has a big family. He's a good dad. I get it.
Listen, I did what I did. I sold out, but that's an excuse, bro. I'm sorry. I know a lot of guys
listen, it is. I'm not.
I don't make excuses. I keep it what it is. That's an excuse for him. I'm sorry.
No, I hear you. And look,
Joey Merlino didn't do it. He could have sold out for his family. A lot of guys I can name right now, bro. I could keep naming them if you want.
And he should have went into that world because he knew the end. He knew what the end was going to be.
Especially with that name. Are you kidding me?
Sure, I get it.
Were they watching from satellites? Like, come on, bro. Like, they wanted that whole name gone. Listen to me. There's a lot of guys that could have chose their family over that. If you're about that, you're really about that. You sold out. I sold out. If you want to say it, that's what we did. But don't sit here and say, I did it for my family. No, you did it because you want to do life in prison, bro. Let's just call it what it is.
That's the truth.
Let's just call it what it is, bro.
Do you believe there are current active mafia members with the 5 families that would be considered ghosts, shadowy figures operating in the mob here in the U.S.? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, we don't know who they are? I don't know.
Oh, he means like guys like controlling from the backgrounds?
Yeah, I mean,
it's always been like that. I mean, the Carrazos were the boss of the Gambinos. They just made Jackie Knows the fucking front so he could take the weight. Carrazos were listen to me. Nicky Carrazzo was the boss of the Gambino family, and what he did was he put Jackie as the front man so he wouldn't get in trouble, and he stood in the back taking all the money. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's what they do.
I'm sure there's plenty of guys that are doing that. I mean, Genevieve's family for sure, they do that. Zach Wogan says Gene is so annoying. Yet you're here. And by the way, Zach,
they love to hate me.
You had to subscribe for 15 minutes at least to say that. Zach, think about your life right now that you'd spent 15 minutes of your life to say that. Yet here you are. And you commented. Thank you.
That's great. How many we got in here? How are we looking?
We're 852.
Oh, that's it?
It's only going up. He would have done the whole 37 years. He would have lost all of his good time. LOL.
100%.
That's a good point. You probably would have gotten in trouble.
I was getting in trouble on violations. I'm lucky I didn't have no good time. I was fucked. I would have lost it all on my last one.
Dean, you would agree, and I don't know if you saw the show I did. I actually had Eric Foss on. Eric Foss did like 15 years in the feds, and we were talking about how a lot of people think like mobsters, they're like shot callers in prison, and they're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Depends on where you go. Depends on where you go.
Sure.
Like if you go to a New York side, like in the feds, if you go, there's like hundreds of them. Remember that. We're all in the feds. But like at the end of the day, you're still going to fall in line with the New York car. And I'm not saying they're going to be shot callers, but people do respect them.
Right.
But if you go to the West or the South, no, you're nothing. You're just a name.
Right. And we were talking about a report that there was a prison YouTuber that says Vincent Gigante got shaken down in
I don't believe that.
a federal medical center.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
What's up, P? Good to see you, bro. What other questions do we have here? All right. Matthew H says Duke just killed someone in Kosovo. How would you know?
Yeah.
That?
He didn't kill him. He didn't kill him. It's over. He didn't kill him. He shot him, but he didn't get killed. He's on the run now over there. Duke is fucking nuts, bro. I know Duke a long time. Duke's crazy.
What was Gene's favorite snack to make in prison?
Oh, I could actually. So in Rikers Island, what I used to make was, guys. So get ready for this. I used to take a beef stick, chop it up. I used to take some cheese, chop it up, Doritos, crunch it up, then put a ramen noodle soup, and then what you do is you put hot water and you let it sit, and it becomes like a burrito. And then I used to mush it up. It was pretty good. It was like a 5-star meal in jail.
How much money a month did you need to live comfortably in there? Not the
Rikers Island, you could spend $100 a week. So it gets expensive in Rikers. But in the when you go to your spot, like when you go to the feds, $365 a month. I used to get everything with that.
What about MDC?
That's expensive too. When you get sentenced and you go to your place, it's not as bad. But MDC was really expensive. Yeah, MDC's bad.
So, your pal Bankman Fried got a long prison sentence.
I mean, he got lucky with 25. I thought they were going to give him 50.
Yeah,
he's lucky. He's lucky. Those victims, me and Tiffany are friends, Tiffany Fong, and I spoke to her, and she says, Gene, thank God for the victims writing and saying like he's going to pay us back. Don't give him life. Otherwise, he has Kaplan. Judge Kaplan is ruthless. My lawyer has been a lawyer for 40 years in the feds. She goes, Gene, he's bad. He's like all for government. He's bad. He goes with their recommendations usually. He's ex-prosecutor. He's bad. Sure enough, he would have smoked them with the 50, but because those victims wrote that, they gave him 25. He was getting 50.
Yeah, and when he gets out, he'll have a decent life because he'll write books and shit like that.
Well, he comes from money.
Yeah, absolutely. Gangland has a question. Gangland forgot. He wants to ask us questions.
My bad, Jeff. I had somebody pull up. I had to jump off before. But question for you, bro. All the rat allegations, regardless of the family ties, out of all the dudes you've interviewed, and I don't want to put you on the spot because you do got a guest on right now, but who do you respect as a man, straight up, fuck the street? You know what I'm saying? That you've interviewed and you've met through this mob tube shit.
Well, I definitely don't respect this fucking guy here. Have on. No, I'm kidding. No, I've actually always found Gene likable. I like talking to him. He seems all right to me.
Yep.
I get though why he can push people's buttons, but then again, I understand why I push buttons too.
That's right.
I would say the most I guess sorrowful I felt was Frank Fiordolino. I've always found him.
I like Frank. I like Frankie a lot.
He has like a sadness to him. I know it really gets to him that he had to cooperate because he's a guy that he goes back 100 years in the life. His extended family's in it. He has people that essentially disowned him. He can't ever go back to his family. So like I've always found he's from Sicily. So I've always found Frank to be like he's very sorrowful. Mikey Scars as well. Mikey Scars has always been very sorrowful about what he did.
Yeah, Mikey Scars is probably the most remorseful, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's very remorseful. He always,
But then again, he did cooperate over 5 years. I mean, I'm not shooting at him, but I'm just saying he was only facing 5 years.
As far as I know, though, that's not.
Oh, yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was something that it was not a lot. I know it was not over 10. I can tell you that. But
then again, he.
Well, if I was getting 10 years, Jeff, me and you never meet. Okay. I'm just gonna be honest here. 15 years we don't meet. How about 20 we don't meet? Let's just be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just keep 100 for everyone listening. Okay.
My boy Gene would have been 10 years on the shit, no problem.
I did 13 years. I fucking.
What's the other question, Gangland?
my question for Gene is right. Like it's a two-part question, and it's kind of funny. It kind of touched on what you answered, Jeff. Is there anybody like in particular that I know you said you've talked about Vinny Asaro and shit, but like, is there anybody in your personal life that isn't a known figure that like it really crushed you, that they like not turned their back on you, but separated themselves after you cooperating, and that's been hard for you to deal with? Is there like a certain?
Yes, there is two people. Yeah, I could say their names, and I'll say it. Danny Crocker, who took a bullet through the neck for me, and Christopher Reynolds. Berger was one of the ones. But Berger, me and him hate each other now. But that Danny Crocker always, it bothered me because he took a bullet through the neck for me. Yeah,
I understand. Mm-hmm. Last question. I won't tie up too much more of your time, Jeff. Gene, what is it, bro, that allows you to walk around? And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way or nothing. Yeah. But you walk around with your chest out and you walk around with your chin up. What is it just your fucking craziness, bro? Because I know you're a fucking loose cannon. Is it just because you really let your nuts swing, or is it also partially because you just know personally that the presence in the street that the mob has is just washed at this point?
Both. Both what you just said is exactly why. So one is I was a bad guy before the mob, and two, I just know how weak they are, and I know what's out there, and I know who's capable, and I know who's not. And most of the guys that I ran with are not capable of anything sort of murder or any of that nature.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
So. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Jeff, do some mass, guys. Do some mass, mobsters. I'm from Mass, bro. Do some mass.
I will.
All right,
off, my man.
Later.
All right, bro.
Bye.
Is Ronnie G half Jewish? I'll answer that. Yes.
No, he's not, Jeff. I'm telling you, he's not. Nah, I'm telling you. I know the whole family. Nope, it's bullshit.
He was.
Swear to God, he's not. No. I know both of us. I know both sides very well.
You would know more than me.
Jerry Asaro's half Irish. His mom is full Irish. That's true.
That's
yes.
true. That's true. Jerry Asaro's half.
Jerry's half Irish. Yes.
Ask Gene what he thinks about Merlino sitting down with 1090 Jake. Well, I actually have some news on that. From what I understand, that is not happening now. From what I understand, they got some info.
Listen, Jeff, you know me. I tell her how it is. Do I get along with Joey? We never will, obviously. But he is the one that when he talks, people are going to listen to him. So what he did to John Jr., now John Jr. is labeled the rap officially. I'm just letting everyone know that. That's it. It's a done deal for him now. That's it.
Well, listen, I mean,
that's it. Like, there's no more. You can't, Joey Merlino, is not going to do that to you if you're not a rat. Like, he's, on that. Like, if you're good, he would never do that to you. If you're no good, he's going to violate you. That's it.
Right. Gene, did you do an interview with Michael Franzese?
Yes, I did. It's coming out any day. I'm waiting for the drop any day.
Thanks for coming on, Rash. Gene is right. They became ridiculous in the 2000s. Ratting became normal. I mean, look at the Bonanos. I mean, Joe Messino cooperated for Christ's sake.
Joe Messino, Sal Vitale, PJ. I keep going. The whole structure. What are you talking about? But Joe Messino went bad after. So everybody told on him. Sal Vitale started the mess, and then everybody, the captains went bad, and then Joe Messino wore the wire and Vinny Gorgeous.
We don't talk about this enough. Okay, Joe Messino cooperated. Vitale cooperated.
The whole structure.
Frank Copa, Richard Cantarella, Frank Lino.
Frank Lino killed dozens of people.
I mean, they all testified. It's insane.
Yeah.
We don't talk enough about that.
Jimmy the General. I keep naming them. All the captains. Everybody.
Yeah, it's insane. Tartaleone.
PJ. Remember PJ? He was a captain out of Florida for Joe. Yeah, he and a bunch of them, man. Hell yeah.
That's insane. Pagan down the road.
We're still not as bad as the Colombo family, though. All right, don't go that far. Look, they're the worst, so they got the most.
Listen, but bro, in the Bonanos, no one had cooperated up until 1999.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you know that, right? They were strong. Besides for Donnie Brasco, but he was an agent. They had none. Yeah.
Gene, how many people do you think Sammy personally killed?
2.
Yeah, that's
true. 2. No, but it's 2. That's what it is. 2. But listen, at the end of the day, he's sitting in front of you when your head's getting blown off. To me, I mean, it's like you're there. I mean, come on.
And we're just gonna call a spade a spade. One of those people was not an adult. Let's just be honest.
Right. So look, but here's the thing. Ready for this? But think about it. If you're in the room and someone's shooting you in the head, you're just as guilty as the person.
No, I did a video on. I went through every murder Sammy was either involved with or did himself. And I've said, sitting in a room while someone else gets whacked and you don't pull the trigger, that's murder too.
Murder. You're helping burying the body. Come on, bro. You're doing it. That's yours.
Now, if I say, hey, Jerry,
Kill this guy. You're in the
that
house.
guy in a week.
Yeah. Right.
He
Yeah.
does.
He was there on the murders. He was sitting in the room with them, looking at their face, disguise, like distracting them. That's like in it, bro.
Right. B Dog says 2 simps. Well, hey, another idiot here watching that took 15 minutes. Bro, you sat here for 15 minutes and you're this interested in this. You sat here that long just to
That
comment.
was it. I know. And he says simps. Like, who's even talks like that? Where's he from? Ohio or something?
A simp who you have a woman in your avatar.
Wait, where you from, buddy? Okay, Kentucky. Where's he from? Arkansas?
NYC Crime says, I knew Robo. He was from
Flushing, Bayside. Yeah, he was a tough kid back in the day. He had a name out there. He knocked Frankie.
Robo was a cop.
No, he was not. Not that I know of when I was younger. Maybe now. I don't know.
That would be wild.
Is he talking about Robo the cop? He's talking about the movie Robo Cop.
Oh,
he tried to get you. He got you.
Jeff and Gene are a good mix. Thanks for keeping it interesting. Thank you, bro. By the way, what's up with John Eli? What's he been up to?
He's all right. His son just got out, so he's been hanging out with his son. His son came home. Yeah, his son came home, so he's been hanging out with him and stuff like that. Yeah.
John and I don't have the greatest relationship, but good for him.
Yes.
I know he has several sons, so good for him. All right. Who ran Hell's Kitchen? I don't think
that was the Westies. I guess he's trying to talk about. Yeah, like back then, the Irish guys. I mean, nowadays it's Hell's Kitchen's beautiful now, but I'm saying back in the day. I mean, I don't know. I would say the Westies. That's who was over there.
John Fravel says, all these dudes talking shit about Gene wouldn't bust a grape. Never been in the street a day in their life, but they're gangster behind the keyboard. Well, listen, I mean, welcome to fucking Mob 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it, I
mean, you got these jerk-off assholes talking about, we push back.
That's the worst, bro.
Against what? Dominic Kia is a complete scumbag.
Yo, he's an asshole. It doesn't even make any sense. We push back against what? Exactly. Like, what are you pushing?
Yeah, I know these guys feel like they put away good men. It's like, well,
he got 6 views.
I don't know, but like, are we going to forgive the fact that like a lot of them are like killers and stuff? Like,
I know, right? I know. Oh, he put away a great guy. He got 7 bodies.
Yeah, Tommy Patura should get out.
Hey, he's a great guy. The guy would kill you as fast as he looked at you, bro. The guy saying he should get out.
All right. Matthew H., you're about done in here, man. Stop throwing around that word. You sound like a fucking idiot. All right. Let me go back up here. Eva Cherry. What's up, Eva? Shout out to you. Robert Pagata. By the way, Gene, you've been posting a lot of what was up with that woman you posted? Is that a new girl of yours? Or
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta say, Gene on Instagram the other day posted, you like blondes, don't you?
Yeah. I never did. It's like a new thing because growing up, I always dated these fake looking Kim Kardashians. And now I'm not into that no more. I'm into like the blondes now.
Gotta love Gene. People love to hate him. Give us something good tonight. LOL. Well, listen, we've given plenty of good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support. $5. Appreciate you. Salvador says, what's up, Gene? Checking in from Denver. Shout out to Denver. That's a great city, man. Beautiful city.
I never been there. I've been traveling. I never been to Denver.
So let me ask, I don't know if you can say, but in this Trapler Ross documentary, are you like on a speaking role or what?
Yeah, so I'm talking, we do an interview in like a car and just places and things, and he wants to, hear about things and learn about it. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
I told Trapler Ross, I said, that's kind of crazy you didn't have me in this documentary. I mean, I'm like an up-and-comer. I'm an up-and-coming mob aficionado. Why didn't I get it? But no, I can't wait to see that because he does a great job with that stuff.
Yeah.
Vegas Pete says, Gene, I like you. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, most people do like me, except for, a little fan base, a little hate base I got out of like Queens, I guess.
There's some fanboy fairies out there, Does Gene find it hard to stay faithful when in a relationship? I'm having problems with that. LMFAO. Well, listen, if you're young, I mean, it's always hard because there's always beautiful women and more beautiful women than the one you're with.
So let me be honest with that. If I like you, I will not cheat on you. If I don't like you, then yeah, I'm going to. But if I really like you, I will never do that. Yeah. The ex I was with, I never cheated on her, Amelia. Never, not once.
Well, listen, and you grow up eventually. You know, you don't really do.
Yeah,
You're a
I
good
never,
woman, you know.
never cheated on her. Yeah.
Someone's asking about your mother in here. Dirty Jerky, don't be an asshole, all right? Please. I'm not going to bring that up. Dirty Jerky, stop saying that, bro. Seriously. Nadu, the more I educate myself in this genre, I must give credit to where credit is due. You and RJ, the two most educated creators. Thank you so much, Micah McKee. That's very nice of you. Thank you. There's a reason we continue to grow. By the way, we're almost at 1,000 live right now. Let's get 1,000 live. Gene is a breath of fresh air, no filter, and says what's on his heart, wrong or right. I love it when Gene's on. Merlino on YouTube is a rat move. I agree. Well, listen, let's just say this. In the 70s, absolutely.
He's
right?
dead. Hey, they kill him in the 70s.
You know,
I'd be dead. I wouldn't be on fucking, I'd be on Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah.
You know what's interesting? In fact, I think it was RJ that him and I were talking about this. If you look back to when Carlo Gambino used to get arrested, right? A camera would walk up to him. He'd look the other way. Like, he didn't even want to be seen on camera.
Well, look at Joe Bonanno. He sat and talked.
Yeah, and look at how they viewed him. And we read a book, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, they got they got the RICO racketeering law out of his book.
All right. Gene's pretty much talked about this already, but we'll ask him again. What was Ronnie G and Vinny's opinion of Barney? Did they ever mention him to you?
Vinny did, yeah. Vinny always talked well about him. Vinny said he was a real guy and never talked bad about him. You know, Vinny had to sit with him one time over me. I told you that whole situation.
Tuccio looks like he's loving jail from his last photo. Yeah, he definitely does, for sure.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Yeah, I actually agree with that, Captain and Coach. Gene doesn't like him. I actually like his channel, even though he can be a dick to people.
No, I don't mind him. I just think like how do I say it? Like the things that he says, like we all did what we did, but saying like your dead grandma made you cooperate. The things are just insane. They're embarrassing. Like I feel embarrassed when he talks sometimes because like we're out here. Come on, bro. My dead grandma made me do it. Like I thought I was getting killed. I told John never busted a grape in a fruit fight. Nobody's killing these guys. Like it was just like insane with the things that come out of his mouth. I don't know.
Let me ask you. People are laughing about the dog kennel thing. Why was the guy put in a dog kennel?
I don't know. I'll let my friend tell you that story. He's a cooperator as well, so maybe I'll get him on here. But they put his dog in a fucking cage, bro. I don't know. They put him in a cage. I know that firsthand. That's a true story.
That's insane. How did he eventually get out?
They had to go get him. It's not fucked. I'm sorry for laughing. They had to go get him. The brother had to go get him. Yeah, it was fucked up.
Thank you for watching, P-Rock. I appreciate that, my man. Agent Smith has an interesting question. Gene, which Muppet is your favorite from Sesame Street? 1, Monster, 2, Oscar, 3, The Count.
Oscar the Grouch.
Same. Was Ronnie G actually half Jewish? No, we actually
No, he's not.
Said no, he isn't.
No.
Have you ever read that news article?
Yeah, it's incorrect. I'm telling you. I would listen. I'll tell you, Ronnie. Ronnie's full blown time. Yeah.
No, but he comes off pretty racist in that.
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie probably was pretty racist. I mean, in Howard Beach, that's pretty much what they are. I mean, let's just be real here. Against everybody. If you're not one of them, you're not coming over there. That's just what it was. You know?
That's actually a good question. I don't think he did, but I'll ask him. Gene, did you ever go to Sound Factory to see Jonathan Peters?
Oh, no, I did. Actually, a lot.
Really?
Oh, I did. Yes, that was actually my spot. Yeah.
That place was legendary back then.
A buddy we hung out with actually was friends with Jonathan Peters, so we used to go and actually like be in there over there. Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan Peters was a legend, man. He still spins to this day. He still does.
Yeah. I used to go to their parties. You go at 3 in the morning, you leave at like 12 in the afternoon, bro. 1 in the afternoon.
No, on a Monday or something.
I'll tell you a funny story. Listen, it is what it is. I've taken ecstasy before, so we were tripping our faces off. I come out of there, I'm like 17 years old. Me and Frankie Rock, God rest his soul. We're coming out. I go into my Mazda Millennia. We're so fucked up. I'm driving up the wrong way, bro. Up the city. Rock's going, bro, what are you doing? Because the cars are coming at us. I'm like, oh, fuck. I had to go reverse down the block. Like the zombie now. Anybody knows Frankie Rocky's going, what are you, a fucking jerk off? The cars are coming at us.
No, that place I heard was a real fucking shit show back in the day.
Yeah,
Real.
it was a fucking nightmare, bro. It was crazy.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. What else do we have? Yes, Tony, you don't have to ask if you can ask a question. Just ask away. Ask away, please. Edward Everett says, Jeff, you have commercials. Well, good. They finally monetize a video I do. That's great. Mark Ramo, $5 Canadian. Thank you. No offense to Americans, but in Toronto or Montreal, you're not ratting and walking around respectfully. Well, listen, Montreal's a different place.
Well, not only that, they have no RICO law, so tell them to pump his brakes. They get 10 years, bro. Who's ratting over there? Well, let them introduce RICO, and you'll see a bunch of squealers. Don't worry about it. When you get 30 years for shooting somebody in the foot. Yeah,
and Mark, that is a good point. There is no RICO. They're not giving you life sentences.
Nothing like that.
Different.
They ain't facing shit. Yeah.
All right. Would you think? Let's not answer that. Don't answer.
What does it say?
He's asking about someone's kids. Let's not. No offense, BB, I'm not going to bring that up. Let's not mention anyone's kids.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has very nice kids, and I'm sure they're going to be good people. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. All right, a lot of questions for Gene. We'll keep them all for a little bit longer here. Gene, look, what do you do on a night like tonight? You just hang out?
Yeah. Well, I had to fix my truck because I got this Hummer H1, this big military fucking style Hummer. And what happened is that fucking this thing's going. It's brand new. It's just that it with these trucks, it's like diesel, so you got to really fucking. There's like a lot of problems with it, and it's customized. You got like these big wheels and all this shit, and I didn't realize when I got it, I didn't put no new oil in it. It was sitting for a year, so I fucked up the truck almost. Thank God they fixed it though today. It's all good. Yeah, so I've been going through that all day.
Got you. This is actually a good question. Did Gene know Karina Vetrano, who was murdered in 2016?
I did, yes. So my good friends live right next door to her. Yes.
I'm just going to put my true crime hat on. I don't believe the guy that did that. Just going to say.
All right. So look, here's the thing. So he definitely did it. And I'm going to be honest here. I'll tell you how. His DNA was under his fingernails. And not only that, he actually admitted to it on camera, and his hand was broken from punching her in the face and beating her. And what he did to her was so horrific that if I was still in Rikers Island, he was in there, I might have caught I probably would have caught a new charge on that.
I will say this, and I've heard some people say, like, if you've seen the kid, he does not look like he has all of his.
Do you know he had attacked the girl before that?
No,
you got to know the case. All right, you got to know the case. He actually had attacked a woman before this. He had a prior attack.
All I'm saying is, and this was a big like racial thing because of all the shit that's happened in Howard Beach over the years. It's like black kid, white woman. But they did test like a lot of DNAs, like how they fell upon his is kind of questionable. But either way, so you knew her. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, I did know her.
May she rest in peace. What's up, Dynamic Purpose? BX Bricklayer. I see your question. I really don't want to bring people's names that aren't in the street.
What?
Do you know these guys?
Justin Testa, home yet? Co-defendants on nephew's case. I mean, the Testa's a very famous name, but you
don't know them though.
No, Testa. Patty. Everyone knows who Patty Testa is.
I will say, guys, just don't ask about people that aren't in the life. Just let's kind of stay out of that. All right. Few more here. A lot of people in here. Got 992 people, almost at 1,000. Oh, Gene's awesome. He's matured a lot over the past year. Is that true? Do you think you've matured, Gene?
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm always like this. I mean, it's just when people get me riled up, it brings the worst out of me. So when, they ruffle my feathers, I'm going to say things that people can't handle. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you, Brooklyn. Good to see you as always. Gene, have you ever gotten a message from any people who you beat up back in the day trying to get money from you?
Not money, but they've messaged me. I spoke to. I was going to say that when the other guy came on asking me that question. I spoke to dozens of victims. Yeah.
Gotcha. Are you going to do anything on El Mago? No, I've done something on him on TikTok, though. If you want more crime content that I don't put on here, cartel stuff, that sort of thing, go on TikTok. Unfortunately, people just want mob shit on YouTube. Can you ask Gene whatever happened to John Jr.'s driver, Mike McLaughlin?
Oh shit. That's a name. Wow, I can't believe you brought up that one. Holy shit, I haven't heard that name in years. Johnny Eli would know,
Okay.
but he was a tough dude.
Maybe you ask him, MF.
Yeah.
Justice Mountain, we've answered that question before, $5. I don't think Gene knew any Trafficante people.
I was actually locked up with John Mamone. I knew one.
Yeah, but I don't think past that, there was no
Yeah.
Trafficante relationship.
Nah, I was with John Mamone in jail. He was a cool guy. Mm-hmm.
How much of the 25 does Bankman-Fried have to serve? 85?
22 years he'll do.
Yeah, so he'll be in his 50s when he gets out.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, a lot less trolls in here tonight, Gene. Last time we had people wanting to join, and that one guy joined. And
I think because they see what it did to Crocodile Dundee, they're scared to come on here.
well, here's what we'll do. We'll drop the link one more time. If anybody has and wants to be tough, because there's a lot of tough guys on YouTube, here's your chance to yell at Gene.
Hey, you know how many messages I get over that? People cry, laugh over that. Like, bro, I get so many DMs over that with me.
By the way, we have 1,028 people watching. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the show. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button. Share the show. If you'd like to donate, feel free to send in a super chat. Thank you for watching. Frank Fiorellino says, Gene, you rock. Shout out to Gene. Frank's a good man. Man.
Yeah, I like Frank.
Will Peter Pan think he can disrespect you when he gets out? Well, I don't think he'll worry much about us.
Peter looked up to me a lot. You know, he could say what he wants. Peter was I was like his idol for a little while, you know. So I don't know. You never know, you know.
All right. Eric Foss, are you sure you want to come on right now? All right. Eric, I know you have certain codes. I'm curious.
Who's this?
His camera froze. Come back, Eric. Your camera froze. Do you know who Big Joe Gambino is? Yeah,
I like Joe.
He was on this show. You know, he's on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him. Yeah, I speak with him here and there.
Bellanos is between Gene and Stacks. Gene easy.
Oh God, I would tie one of my hands behind my back and just use one hand and slap him unconscious. Literally. I wouldn't even waste my time with that guy. You seen his fight?
Yeah, he got beat up in his kitchen one time.
Bro, that was bad. It looked like bum fights. It was in a trailer park, bro.
Silo and Gene. Well, Silo and Gene on the same. Do you know Tony Silo?
No.
You and him would be hilarious on show. All right, let me bring this guy on. He wants to talk to you.
Yeah, okay.
Eric Foss, you sure you want to come on?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
All right. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Jeff? What's up, Gene? Hey,
what's going on, man?
I got a couple things for Gene. Okay, first things. This ain't got nothing to do with the streets or anything, but when I was in prison with a lot of the mob guys and associates and stuff like that, I noticed one thing, that the associates were the ones who went harder. Now,
yes.
With that being said, do you guys ever get like disdain and like kind of like a chip on your shoulder? Because from what I've seen, like, okay, I'm from Baltimore City. I'm a street dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of the associates are more like street dudes. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
yes,
a lot of the made guys were soft, man. Like, and then they just like, they kind of like try to act better than people. Like, let me give you an example. There was a made guy. We were in the yard, right? This dude called him a bitch.
Can you say his name?
Nah, I'm not gonna put him out there. You know what I mean?
All right.
Okay, so look. So when the dude called him a bitch, I called the dude out because it was a younger dude. So I told the dude, I said, nah, you're a bitch. Come in the bathroom with me, right? So now when I wind up in another joint, I was around Kojak, right? Tommy Karate's defendant. So Kojak was cool. So I told Kojak that, I knew the one dude from the other yard or whatever. So you know how everybody calls about people. So when he called about people, the dude didn't say nothing bad about me. That's why I don't want to say like his name or nothing. But like, he's kind of like, he's like, yeah, I know him. Don't he think he's black or something like that? And I'm like, yeah. Did I think I was black when I say dress from getting beat up?
Listen,
you know what I mean?
What you said is so true because as an associate, when I was coming up, I always wanted to prove myself. And it's bad I'll be honest with you, like being with higher ups in jail is always a bad situation because you got to jump out the window for them. Because remember, if anything happens to them, especially if they're in your family and you don't do nothing, let me tell you something, man. Your whole career is over. Everything you worked for, bro, as you know, being a street dude, it's over. So you have to jump out the window for these guys, even if they're wrong. Like being in jail with Vinny Asaro is the worst person you could be locked up with. I know guys that were locked up with him. He was causing so many problems, and guys were like, "Yo, we gotta protect him. Like we have to." Even though he's saying horrible things, racist things, crazy things is coming out of his mouth. He's old, but you have to jump out the window for them. So it always puts you in a bad situation when you're with people that are part of your family or that you respect because you feel like you have to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, another thing, Gene. Hey, I put it in the comments though, but yo, I knew that you used to roll. Because listen, I remember the E days. I remember the ecstasy days. I can see you. Listen, I can see. Here's the thing I see on you, right? I can see you the same way as how we were down here, man. Going out, getting fucked up, rolling, getting into a fight. You know what I mean?
All kind of shit, bro.
Yeah. Just
the kids I hated, the ones with the glow sticks with the strings. They
yes,
these fucking like
my
ninjas.
God.
I wanted to fucking get those fucking things away from me, man.
Yeah, hey,
Eric,
we have one. We have one.
you ever,
where, go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to ask you, did you ever go to the Paradox?
Yeah, I've been to Paradox. We had we had one though. It was an after hours club, right? Gene. So look, so everybody will go there because, but with the E stuff, it would be a lot of gay people and stuff like that. So like on the bottom floor would be like that big muscle dudes with the glow sticks and shit like that. But on like the top floors, it would be all the strippers and stuff because after they had to work till 2. You know what I mean? So that you got to hang on the top floor. I remember one time, right before I got put on to something, I was sitting there. And I spent probably about, how they would charge for the bottled waters? And
of
when
course.
you're rolling.
They have to. That's the smartest move. Come on, man. They know they need it.
Hey, listen, I spent like $300 one night, right? So my
your jaw was like this. Look, are you like this?
Hey, look, my boy comes up to me. He's like, hey, Eric, what's wrong with you spending all that money on them? I said, man, I'm rolling. He's like, look, just drink one and go into the bathroom and fill it up from the sink tap. I was like, hey, look, I'm from East Baltimore. Damn right, I'll do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a lot of good times in those clubs, man. I really did. A lot of my friends that I went out with are dead though. It's fucked up from like fentanyl and shit, so it fucks my head up right now. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I'm 48, so I'm like 8 years older than you. You know.
Yeah.
I mean? So it's around the same. You know what I mean? Around the same generation and stuff.
Yes.
What do you think about like anybody like using their platform, especially you guys who've been around that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about all the stuff with the quad braids, all that dumb shit that people keep on nitpicking back and forth at. But like, there's guys like Tony Aiello, not Ace, but his father. You know what I'm talking about?
He killed a guy in prison. Ace's father killed a guy in jail.
No, he didn't. He was Marcelli. He didn't kill nobody in prison.
So he had a jail body. Oh, rumor. Sorry, rumor.
Yeah,
allegedly. Sorry.
Nah, I was with him when they.
That's something heard, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But,
listen. Ace is a tough guy, and I always say what it is. Anthony Aiello, growing up, he was a very known tough guy. The Albanians were actually scared of him, and they're not scared of nobody. So I could tell you that much, that he was a very feared guy, the son.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my homeboy just came home from Fort Dix. He was just with him. They used to work out. So but like I'm just like, some of these old dudes got to get released, man. It's crazy. They're sitting there with these life sentences and stuff like that. It's like,
I know.
Like, no.
Well, they just let out a guy with 12 murders. I can't see why they won't let anyone else out. They let the guy out from Roy DeMeo's crew. This guy's Hannibal Lecter. I mean, they just let him out.
Right.
Literally.
Tony's got a nonviolent drug offense, dude. He's in his 80s now, I believe. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I tell you what, I know that the son is strong and a tough dude, because look, the father, when we were in Schuylkill, the father was in his 70s, deadlifting over 400 pounds. You know what I mean? Doing pull-ups and everything like that.
So you're from
like,
I want to tell you this. So just so you know, and I'm not saying it's true, but the agents told me that his father killed somebody in prison. So that's the only reason why I even heard that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were blaming him. They said the father was a real serious guy. Yeah.
And maybe we didn't have evidence,
No evidence. I'm saying, but they thought whatever. Yeah.
What year?
Real
what year
serious guy.
What year would that have been?
Some while back.
No, we lost.
You got cut out.
He was with him. He was with him for a few in.
Yeah. So the agents had told me that Ace's father killed somebody in prison.
Yeah, maybe they just have the evidence to bring it on.
Yeah.
Ask Gene about Ricky Kessler. Ricky's still around. He's all right.
Yeah. I talked to Ricky. Yeah, he's fucking. He's still funny.
He helped me with. I did a video on somebody from Howard.
He knows everybody. Ricky knows everybody. You know.
Yeah, he's all right guy. He's a good
Yeah.
dude. All right, you good, Gene? You good hanging out?
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people in here. A lot of people. We have 1,016 people. Shout out to all of you. The shady spot, Gene. Why do you still act like a gangster when you know you're a rat?
Well, I mean, I don't act like a gangster. So before I was a cooperator and when I was coming up, this is just who I am. You know, it's just what I am. I can't help it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the honest opinion. Like that's what I did. Yeah, I did do that. But like at the end of the day, like if you said that to me in my face, whoever you are, I would punch you in your mouth. It's just what I am. I can't help it.
Shady, real tough guy behind the computer screen.
Yeah, but that's just what it is. I mean, Shady, if you said that to me in the street, I'd just rock you and then we take it from there. That's just what it is.
How tough was Chris Cognato on a 1 to 10 scale?
20.
Really?
20. Toughest kid I know.
Great show. Gene always brings in the numbers, as Lee Cole would say. It's all about the numbers. That's what comes down to. You have a love-hate relationship with Lee. Lee's an all right guy, though.
I haven't spoken to him, but we do. We used to have a ball together. I told you that. I would live.
Lee, jump on right now.
Oh, Angel. Oh, that'll be over.
Yeah.
How could you do this to me, Lee?
It's just, that's old friends, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. And listen, I will say I'll split this with Gene. You have my word. $200 from P-Rock, Gene. Says, Jeff, you don't have to be a street guy to have integrity. People talk shit, you defend yourself well, and like you say, people that are not in the life don't care about some cooperate. At the end of the day, the people in that life do whatever they got to do themselves. Yeah, I've always said that. I don't live these lives, okay? So I don't judge anyone. Everybody's got a different story. It's their life. If they want to do what they want to do, that's what they're going to do.
Right.
Thank you so much, P-Rock. You're very kind. You've been very kind to us the last week or so. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you guys believe the story about Sammy being intimidated by the Mexican mafia?
No.
Do I think Sammy was intimidated by them? Yeah, I would think he would.
What, Sammy was when he was active?
Oh no, like in jail, I would think.
Oh, because in the street ain't nobody telling us nothing. We don't care about no Mexican mafia, Haitian mafia. Nowadays, we don't care about nobody. We just as bad.
I don't think Sammy had any runs with Mexican mafia.
Mm-hmm. They're not tough in the street. They're only tough in jail. Yeah.
Yeah, they rule the jails for sure.
Yeah, that's it. But in the street, they're bums. Yeah, nobody's.
All right. Jeff, if you could interview anyone in mob history, who would you interview? John Gotti.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that.
I mean, not for nothing. I mean, we did hear John Gotti occasionally talk to like a reporter. He'd say like one sentence, but like, I don't know, on Wiretapped, he seems like pretty interesting.
What about Joe Messino? That would have been pretty, same thing. I mean, kind of. Joe's got more bodies than John.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I have not said this before. If Joe Messino wouldn't have died, I promise I would have got him on here.
Probably, and that would have been the biggest interview of all time because nobody ever spoke to him, and that's the only boss to ever cooperate.
I had a connection to him, and they told me, they said, it's a shame you didn't get in touch with him because, he was pretty alone like the last 10 years of his life.
Yeah.
Who was better with their hands, Ronnie G or Joey DiBenedetto?
Oh, shit. That's somebody from the neighborhood, bro. I mean, so they were best friends. I mean, I would never know, but Joey was a tough guy too. Ronnie was pretty good with his hands, and Joey was a real tough dude. I don't know. They were best buds. They were always doing fucked up shit together growing up. So I don't know. I don't know who does, but they were both tough.
Kirk Barber said, I seen Gene on a Metro North once. He was with a guy and they had 3 chicks. They was working. Gene kept talking about Nevada.
I don't know. Maybe.
That I wonder. When you say working, what do you mean by that?
Maybe filming?
Strippers? Out to New Zealand, Lone Wolf, my man. That's crazy that someone who's from New Zealand's watching the show.
I have guys from Japan message me, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, right? Did you know Dominic Sicali, or was he locked up by the time you were leaving? Or you were?
No, I've actually met him twice, but one it was in a nightclub when he almost fought with him and Mike Palmacio didn't know they were. So Ace and Dominic Cicali were out in a nightclub where me and Mike Tomasio and all of us were. We were young, and Mike was made probably for like a year or so. And Mike is a mafia literate. He's a great guy. I'm not talking bad about. I like Mike Tomasio, but he knew nothing about the life. He just got straightened out by paying, and he would fight here and there. But one time they actually told him to go get a skipper. He said, "What's that?" He didn't even know what a skipper was. So I mean, so he didn't know anything. So he was in a nightclub and he was arguing with this guy, and it turned out to be Ace and Dominic Cicali, and he had no idea. And everyone's like, "Bro, you were on the same side," and we're all there like ready to fight with each other. And meanwhile, it was like the same crew. And that's when I had met him for the first time. I was young. I was like 18 years old, 19 years old.
What's up, Michelle Martinez? Looking good as always. Shout out to you. Jeff, do you know anything about the murder of Pat Cipriello's son? Sammy recently claimed to know nothing about it, but I heard he slapped the son of a Gambino and got killed for it. Yeah, I do know something about that. Torrey Locascio, he
blamed
slapped.
an Albanian guy, I thought, was blamed for that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I know about
that. Had
that.
to do with Torrey Locascio. He slapped Torrey and told him to get out of his restaurant.
Yeah, and they claim the Albanians did that, yeah.
Wow, get a load of this. Clint Wilson, my man, $100 says, keep up the good work. I like seeing Gene on. I kept looking for him at the Hard Rock to buy him a drink.
What do you mean? Why don't he just DM me? People that want to meet me over here, they always DM me.
Listen, Clint, you got to get in touch with him on Instagram, my man.
I answer everybody. I get fucking 100 DMs a day. I answer everybody. I
got a feeling, and if you ever do meet him, Gene, take care of the guy. He's a good guy. He's always donating, very supportive. I got a feeling you guys would have a good weekend, maybe out in Tampa or something. Thank you so much, Clint Wilson. You're very kind. What do you and Gene think about Canada's role in organizing? Well, they're nuts. They don't have RICO. They're crazy. It's a war zone.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a war. They don't have the laws that we have, where you shoot a guy, you don't have to. You could shoot at a guy for someone and get 20 years. Where out there, they're killing people, getting 15 years. It's totally different. They don't have the laws that we have, so they're not facing real time. So it's chaos, bro.
Michelle says hit the like button. Yes, please do. Has Gene ever met Jimmy Calanger? He was big for the banana. He wasn't big.
Yeah. No, I wasn't a big fan. No, I just spoke to him 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah, I just spoke to him 2 days ago. He's going to sit down and do a show with me and Johnny.
Nice. All right. Wait, really? You're going to do a show with Jimmy?
Yeah.
That's cool. Gene, did Vinny ever tell you where Tommy DeSimone's body was buried?
No, but I knew where Maurice Wiggs' body was buried.
Gene, how long until you're back in prison? Love your work. Probably not that long. No, I'm kidding. What's up, Just Lori? How are you? All right. What's up, Jesse Roth? Is Ronnie G tough with his fist? Yeah, we've pretty much answered that.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
How did Ronnie G fit that crazy mansion on that corner? That's actually a good question, actually.
So Ronnie wouldn't stop with the house. We kept telling him, bro, this thing is out of control. What are you doing? He goes, I want the biggest house. He wouldn't stop with his 80 by 100 lot. He wouldn't stop talking about it. It's all he wanted was his mansion.
Did it really have heated floors and everything?
Bro, heated floors. He had to have his front door was like $30K, bro. He didn't even show that on paper. I think he showed $40,000 a year. His front door cost more than what he made a year on books. He's crazy, bro. He didn't care. He's another one. He's like a John Gotti. Like he almost knew he was going to jail. I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, you had to think eventually it was going to happen.
Bro, his roof cost $170,000. His roof. I was there when he was designing. I was with the blueprints with him.
Well, then don't fucking watch, CC. What the fuck are you talking about anyway? You're exploiting a mentally ill person for content. Are you mentally ill?
Yeah, I am. I'm mentally ill.
I'm actually kind of mentally ill as well.
Me too. I'm all fucked up.
CC, yeah, I'm sure you consume a lot of the content on here, which most of the people are mentally ill. Yet you watch them, I'm sure. Don't watch them, bro. Go away.
It's probably Angel Gotti.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. We have no beef with Angel. Happy birthday, Angel.
Happy birthday, Angel. How old is she? She's got to be 62. She's my aunt's age. I think she's 62.
It was her birthday last week. Say happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Angel. How you doing, all right?
Stas Henry says, salute from Brazil. Wow. Shout out to that. Brazil.
All right.
That's crazy. That's a fucking crazy country.
Yes.
Santa Ani Nadu. What's up, TJ? TJ, you were on one recently in some of our lives. By the way, Gene, bring in the numbers again. 1,084 people watching. Thank you for watching.
Wow.
Hit that like button. Jump in the comment section. Wow, a lot of questions. No, you didn't know anyone in Canada, right?
No, my dad lived out there. A lot of my family members lived out there, but no, I didn't know anyone like that out there. No.
Who is Gene's favorite Queens rapper?
Oh, come on, man. 50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent was a legend back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
People-
William Brooklyn, you're still here. You fucking hack. You're still here. Unbelievable. Talk about a guy with no life.
He has no life.
Insane. This
His life
guy's been
sucks.
here this whole time. It's insane. Yet he hates everything. He's been here. Thank you, William Brooklyn. I
His
appreciate
life
it.
sucks.
Did you ever encounter the growing up Gotti kids?
Yeah, of course.
Any thoughts?
Oh my God, it's just terrible. just
Was it-
cornballs, bro.
All right. Couple of more here. Couple of more. Gene, can you patch things up with Gene and Ayla? Jeff and Ayla?
Yeah, I did kind of. I
Tried.
don't know if you told them. Well, it kind of is. Johnny Eli's totally like, yeah, let's just fucking end this shit. You know, he was like yeah.
All I asked is that he apologized for calling me a certain thing. That's it. Mark Ramo, $10 Canadian. Thank you, Mark. Gene, whatever happened to Salvatore the Ironworker Montagna when he came back from New York? He was a made man when they pumped his brakes permanently.
Yeah, they killed him in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to him. I was going to do a show on him soon. Frank Fiordolino may know. He's Sicilian.
Yeah, he's that Sicilian fraction.
Gene, do you know Buster from Sheepshead Bay?
No. I was living in Sheepshead Bay too. 2 years ago.
Jory Armeo, $5. Can you tell the story where you knocked a dude out by throwing a soda can at him?
I actually did tell the story.
Wait,
yeah, I
you
did. I did. And they keep asking me about the story because I hit him in the face with a soda can and I put him down because I had to get him over owing money. And what happened was that I just caught him coming out of the store and I had just bought a soda can. It's a true story. And I have told many people that know me, I throw very hard. I throw a baseball almost 80 miles an hour. I throw a football very far, very good arm. And I just caught him perfectly in his face, and I knocked him out cold with the soda can.
When I was at Barstool, there's a kid I had a beef with, Rico Bosco. We still have beef. He threw a high noon, the drinks, high noon.
Yeah.
He threw a high noon at one of our coworkers, and it missed him by
would have cleaned his clock. If you throw hard, I throw, bro, forget it.
Dave Portnoy suspended him for a couple of weeks. And Dave was always saying he could have killed the kid, which I think it's a little bit of a stretch, but he winged the fucking thing.
All right, if that soda can is filled up, a can, and it's closed, that's like getting hit in the face with something very dangerous, bro. It's putting you down.
Yeah, I mean, you hit someone in the right spot. I mean, that could be. You're not wrong. All right. Did Gene know Nicholas Minucci, the baseball kid from Howard Beach? By the way, speaking of Nick Minucci, I'm actually going to do a show on him. I think I'm going to do it.
So let me tell you, me and him were selling fireworks. 2 days before he gets locked up for that, I got all the fireworks at my house, and we're getting ready to sell the fireworks on 4th of July because he got locked up July 2nd, 2005. And he comes to my house that night after he does it. He goes, "Yo, we just beat up these kids. They were robbing." He was just looking out for somebody. He's protecting somebody. And the little scumbag that he protected went and told the cops on him when he got brought in. Okay, so he protected the kid that got his sneakers robbed, and Nick Minucci went after the kids that took his sneaker, and then the kid went and told on Nick Minucci that he's the batter, and then Nick Minucci went to trial and got 15 years. They offered him 5-year cop out. He wouldn't cop out.
Michelle Martinez, thank you so much, love. Appreciate it. William Brooklyn's not grabbing the link. He's a fucking pussy as well. Fuck him. Very, very. This is a very nice question. Gene, what's your favorite food?
So you would think it would be pasta, which it is, but actually it's Chinese food.
I'll tell you what, that's not a bad answer. There are days where Chinese food is real good.
No, it's really my favorite. That's what I love.
What, like General Tso's?
Pork fried rice, wonton soup, and boneless spare ribs, and an egg roll, and a Diet Coke. All right, bro? That's it.
Not a bad. I mean, you eat sushi or no?
I do.
Nice. Took her on a date, Gene and I. What's your favorite food? No problem, Agent Smith. No problem. All right. Yeah, exactly. William Brooklyn, sober up. How fucking many sheets of the wind is he? He's a known drunk on here. He's always in people's chats talking shit. I guarantee Bankard for either gets pardoned or compassionate release.
No, he's not. Absolutely not. He
And
took too much money.
Who do you think is going to compassionate release him? The Republicans.
Not Trump. Not Trump. That's who's coming in office, not him.
Has Vinny Asara ever done work?
What?
Is a bear shit in the woods?
Vinny Asara got dozens of murders.
Carmen S has 9 commercials already. Good. I'm making money. Carmen S, listen, please. I had to make a little money on here. I've done shows 4 straight nights, and I don't choose that. They do. Gene, give us a funny Vinny Asaro story.
I'll tell you. I got a funny one. So one time we were all at the diner eating. He used to like eating at Esquire Diner. So we all go to Esquire Diner. It's me, him, Mike Pomacio. This is when Ronnie was in jail. And there was like this real old couple like next to us. Like they were super old. And Vinny's always like, he actually does joke around a lot. And I remember he looked at the old guy, and the old guy looked at him. He goes, "Hey, what's up? Go tell your friends you just met the mob." It was hysterical. We all started just dying on the floor. But that's the kind of things he would say. He looked at the old man joking around and goes, "Hey, go tell your friends you just met the mob." And everybody just started laughing. Yeah, he was an idiot like that. He didn't care. Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with Bobby G? I'll answer that.
No. You mean Associate 3 and all my paperwork?
He doesn't. What's up, Joe Martin? We answered that, my friend. I'm sorry. We answered that already. What are you talking about? Don't say we got no Rico. You don't.
You don't have Rico. What do you? It's common sense. You don't have it. You don't.
It's super upset over this. I don't. I mean,
You don't have Rico. You don't.
And I'll just tell you, I have no idea what happened to Sally Yarmark. I'm not in the mob. I have no idea.
He got shot in his fucking melon in Canada, left in the snow. That's what happened to him. They thought it was bikers that did it, though. They don't even think it was the mob.
All right. Jeff, you're already an Angel's thumbnail for tomorrow. No way. What did we do? We're just doing a show, a Q&A.
My brother's not a rat.
I'm called Scam Do? What the hell? What's going on here? Why am I always to blame? I don't understand. Unbelievable. Dude, it's all about the algorithm. Yes, it is. It's all about the algorithm, dude. That's what it comes down to.
How many we got in here? We still got over 1,000 people?
1,180.
Wow. 1,180?
No, she didn't.
We got almost 1,200 people in here?
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
Damn, Jeff, who does numbers like this, man? I don't even know.
Nobody. Is there anything you regret, Gene?
Yeah. There's a lot of things I regret, but main thing I regret. I mean, a lot. It's a lot. There's not even just one. It's a lot, you know. I also regret not talking to my dad more because, you know, I didn't think he was going to die at 67 years old. So, you know.
Yeah, join the party. R. Stacy says, Gene is an awesome stand-up guy. Well, I will say, I don't know that he's a stand-up guy always, but awesome, fair enough. That's fair.
Definitely.
Thank you for the comment, R. Stacy. Appreciate that, Richie. And real quick, I don't know what, again, I'm not really sure what Angel's upset about. I guess she just expects no one to ever discuss anything about the mob. I don't know.
My brother's not a rat. Then what is he?
We said happy birthday.
Oh, he's a half a rat.
We said happy birthday. We said happy birthday.
Half Jew, half rat.
What was that?
He's a half Jew, half rat.
Right, stop. All right. A few more minutes. We'll be on it for 5 or so more minutes here. Nah, we have no BS, man. We listen. I called Gene out for nonsense, and we just talk. You know, it's not really anything crazy. This genre could be really great. Unfortunately, though, there's just people that take everything serious. You know, I can't help people that don't want to see the writing on the wall. Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
And Andrew, no offense. I don't give a shit. You're not going to tell me what to do on here. Sorry.
No.
You know,
who's she? Who is she? Who are you? Like, you're Angel. Like, who are you?
Angel.
John's.
Exactly. I try to be
John's-
nice, but then it's always this constant. I'm not scared of you. Okay.
Like, who are you? Like,
Just do your own shit. I'll do mine. I've never said nothing bad about you personally. Nothing. You know,
bro, she gets no views. Who cares?
And Angel, you're welcome to jump on. I'll drop you the link. You're welcome to
Oh, I would love that.
Gene will even leave, and you can speak to me if you really
I'll
want.
speak to her. What's up? Get her son on here. Let's talk to Frankie.
Nah,
Frankie Albano, I know you're watching. Come on, let's talk a little bit.
leave him
Let's
out.
talk about the good old days. We used to hang out together.
We'll leave him out of it. Who is
Frankie
the
said.
scariest mobster today? Well, I don't know if we can answer that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now in the street, there's nothing really.
All right. Well, Gene, I think we've come to the end. We've been on almost an hour and a half.
Yeah,
We've had some fun. We're going to be under the microscope yet again.
it's okay.
That's how it
I'm
goes
used to it.
on YouTube. That's how it goes. Gene, good to talk to you. Hope all is well with you.
Yes.
What do you got coming up? You got your show coming up?
Yeah. I'll be in Jersey for the movie Pony on the 18th. And then that's it, really.
You got also the interview coming up as well.
Oh, yeah, with No Jump. I'm waiting for the date. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, cool. We'll look forward to that, Gene. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
All right. Bye.
All right. See you, bro. So there you have it. Gene Borrello joining us. Having some fun here tonight. I don't think we got to every question, but we did the best we could. Did Zoe ever follow you? No. She didn't. She never followed me. Which I didn't expect it to. What's up, Kevin Rain? Shout out to you. Wow, Michelle, you're in Philippines. Well, shout out to you. I love that. That's great. A lot of comments. I'm so sorry, guys. We have so many comments here tonight. So many people joining us. So many people showing love, hitting that like button. We had a bunch of guests tonight. A lot of people. Mark, why are you so upset, bro? Settle down, man. Jesus. I'll answer that, Kevin. No, there were a couple of guys in Atlanta that were doing stuff on behalf of the Gambino family, but there was no family there. No. So many people in here tonight. But I will say this, guys. I will not be here tomorrow. I will not be here Friday. I'll be back Saturday with the recorded video. We'll have some fun and do yet another interesting video. Big G, thank you for watching. Philip Anthony, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. And that's that. That's how the cookie crumbles here on a Wednesday. I am Jeff Nadeau. I will talk to you all again very soon. I hope you enjoy your night. Mafia DMZ, thank you, my friend. $10. Let me shout out all of our friends who donated tonight. Just Larry, Mark, Justice, P-Rock, Clint, Mark again, Joey, Mark again, Mark again. Mark, you donated money just to say and get upset with us. There's no reason that you needed to do that. I feel like we answered your question fair and square. Take it easy. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Talk to you all soon. Later.